Hey lovely peeps, I'm doing a blog today because I haven't done one for a few days and I've had quite a few messages off some of you asking how I was. The truth of it is I haven't been very well since I come back from holiday. I had two days of really bad migraines. The one was so bad that I was in bed really bad the following day, so it kind of wiped out 2 days. As I said, I'm taking the Cleovans and I've got 2 days left of my second month. So I'm kind of hanging in there really. I was hormonal on the LS Duo. So with this new HRT, I was expecting a level of change. But it's kind of hit me for 6 because when you've been feeling so unwell for a while, you get better and then you're well again. It kind of hits you for 6 really. So I've had a couple of migraines. My flushes, or my electric shocks as I call them, have been through the roof. Probably a couple every hour if I'm honest, which I don't really suffer with any dryness, but I do suffer with water infections. So as my body temperature rises, I tend to have a few more water infections, which I have been feeling a little bit run down the last day or so. But also for me, it's sore boobs. My boobs are like pregnancy boobs. The one good thing is I check myself more now than I've ever done in my entire life, because obviously I've got more concerns with the HRT, also because my body changes. I have aches underneath my armpit, or my boobs double in size, which is what have happened this morning. The plus side to that is they look perkier than they've ever looked in their lives, so at least that's a good sign. But also, I wanted to do this blog today because I'm actually going out with some friends. I wasn't going to go because I've been so unwell for the last few days. But I actually went to the hairdressers today because I had so much grey. They were popping up like mushrooms. And a wonderful, beautiful friend of mine, Ellie, did my makeup for me today as a treat. So that was the only reason I could be bothered going out. But the truth of it is, again, this is why I call it a hidden change. If you look at me today, you would never believe that I've been ill for the last few days. Now, Cardiff is going to be crazy because the rugby's on. I chose not to go out all day. I couldn't even cope with that. I think I would have been home. I've taken a migraine tablet already today, and I've got some in my bag with me, so if I need to take one and get home, I can. My husband is amazing, so he will come and pick me up at some point. So I'm just going to take it as it comes, really, and if I have to come home, I come home. The other thing I want to address today is loads of people have contacted me with regards to what's going on in the news at the moment, because obviously there's been a shortage of HRT, which have led to this getting into the national news. Like I said, I knew about months ago because my manufacturing company stopped getting mine out a couple of months ago. So I'm on the second month of a second lot of tablets that I've taken. So I'm probably 3-4 months down the road of knowing this information. But as a result, now there's more things that have come out with regards to the links with HRT and breast cancer. Now, what I want to say is I looked at this before I took any HRT. As a survivor of cervical cancer, it was really important to me to have a look what I was taking, and also because I never took any prescription pill or any contraception for the last 15 years. So for me to put something in my body, it had to be worthwhile. Now, as I keep saying to everybody, I am not telling anybody to take HRT. I'm not recommending it. This is my journey, and I'm just talking about my journey with you. Now, for me, my menopause symptoms were genuinely life-debilitating. As I said to you in previous blogs, I'd gone 28 days without having a break from a migraine. You know, I had a migraine every single day of that month, and that continued on for a long period of time. I had probably 18 months when things were considerably bad. And on top of that, I had all the other symptoms, like the flashes, which led to the migraines, the night sweats, which I still get in, small amounts. On top of all the other bits that we get, as in aching bones and, just feeling exhausted all the time. That's the thing of this menopause, you feel exhausted. The anxiety, the depression. I've spoken in my other vlogs about all these things and how I felt over the last sort of 3 years. So for myself, I weighed that decision up. Now, what they were saying in the news today is that 1 in 4 women would get breast cancer on average as not taking anything whatsoever, and 1 in 3 women who take HRT will get breast cancer. Now, what they're not saying in the research is that these are just based on people that are quite well. So ultimately, that's not taken into effect of factors. So, alcohol, drugs, quality of life, whether there's anything hereditary in your family. These are just basic stats that they've actually put out. Now, for myself personally, because the symptoms that I was feeling were so horrendously bad, the choice for me to take HRT, if I'm honest, was quite an easy one, because by the time I went to the doctors, as I'd already said to you in my initial post, I thought I had a brain tumour. So for me to go to get something that makes me feel marginally better is massive. Now, as I've said, I'm not wholly better, and I still really don't feel 100% myself. I still suffer with anxiety daily, and as I said, I've just come off a few days now of severe migraines, but I do think that's hormonal, because I'm just come in, I got 2 days left at my Gleavance, and I would have hormonal migraines on the other HRT I was taking. So for myself personally, the stats for me made it worthwhile for me taking it. I check myself more than I've ever checked myself. A, because I'm more paranoid, because the anxiety does that for you. And B, because I think that because I'm sore and I have aches, I'm checking myself all the time. If my breasts start aching for no reason, I'm checking them. If my underarms are aching, I'm checking them. So I think because you're more aware, you're more savvy of what's going on, so you're more likely to catch anything if anything comes. And I would hate for any of us to get any of this. But I'm just explaining to you why I chose to take HRT and the risks associated with it and what that meant for me. Now, that's going to be different for anybody. But being Zoe was in the news yesterday and today, I just think that it was something that I needed to address and explain my views on it and why I made that decision to take HRT. Now, that's going to be different for everybody. If I could have taken a herbal tablet and been better, then that's what I would have done. But unfortunately, as I keep saying, that wasn't the path for me. I'm quite happy with my decision. I'm going to continue on as is. I will continue checking myself regularly, because that's important for all of us. And I just hope we all make great choices for ourselves, dependent on our lives and how this is affecting us. And I hope you're all well and healthy. Have a lovely day.